Hey guys and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Ken, also known as MrKenDenis. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a makeup look using mostly Revlon makeup. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys click on the subscribe button down below. I mainly do a lot of makeup related videos and also vlog about my personal life. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so let us begin. So yes, my hair is quite frizzy at the moment. It's been quite humid here in Melbourne recently and I haven't really washed my hair since the humidity has dissipated. So it's just gonna look like a complete mess. So anyway, today I am going to be doing a one brand makeup tutorial. Revlon has been so kind to me. They've sent me pretty much a lot of makeup. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we're gonna try out as many products as we can. So there are a couple of products that I don't have from them, like a face powder and a concealer. Otherwise, everything else I think I've got, so it's going to be mostly a one brand makeup tutorial. Okay, so looking at this palette, it doesn't have any warm tones, so you guys know me, I love warm tones as a transition color. So I'm just going to be grabbing the Sculpt and Highlight Contour Kit. This one is in medium, and of course, as you guys know, Chloe Morello is a co-creator, or did she help just select the colors? I'm not sure. Anyway, it's the one with Chloe Morello with it. So as you guys can see, that's the contour kit, and that's my ring light, blinding you. So I'm just going to be grabbing that warm tone and popping it into the crease. Join in. You better grab. Okay, so we're going to go into the palette. As you guys can see, it's got some brushes, some applications as well. Not going to use any of those. I'm going to reuse one of my big fluffy eyeshadow brushes. I'm going to use that. It looks like a charcoaly purple. So I'm just going to pop that into the crease. Okay, next I'm going to be grabbing that darker color on an angle and just pop it into the crease to find it a little bit more. See that brown? It's pretty dark. I kind of thought it was going to be shimmery. Okay, let's go for that brown. It kind of looks like it's got flecks of purple as well. Okay, definitely going for a smoky eye today. A little bit of that champagne color. Just gonna pop it on top, just to add a little bit of light. I think it's just a little bit too dark for my liking. Okay, so I'm just gonna give my eyes a bit of a break. I'm just gonna wipe off a bit of that fallout. There's not much, but there's a tiny bit from when I applied that darker color. So I'm just going to do a little bit of color correction. Okay, so I've just realized there's another product that I don't have. I don't have another primer for like the entirety of the face. So I'm just going to be using this one from NYX. So as you guys can pretty much tell, it's pretty much all like Drugstore. Okay, so now let's move on to foundation. So I've got three options. So I've got the Revlon Age Defying Firming and Lifting Makeup. So I've never really heard anyone talk about this, but I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit more on the fuller coverage side. Next, I've got the Photo Ready Airbrush Effect Foundation. I do remember trying this one out ages ago, and I do remember liking it. I don't really remember if this is the one that had bits of shimmer in the formula. And I've also got a stick foundation. This one is the Photo Ready Instafix. I'm assuming this is a foundation. It just says Instafix Makeup. Okay, so I think I'm going to be using the Age Defying one, and I'm going to be using the sponge. So this is the 4-in-1 blending sponge. So I'm assuming this one is the one you put your finger in, but that's what it looks like. Okay, let's pull this out. Oh, okay, so this is what it looks like. It's like a, I don't know, like a finger sponge, but anyway, that's what it looks like. Okay, so I'm back. So that's what the sponge looks like wet. It's gotten a little bit chunkier, but it definitely feels dense, like I suppose like a traditional like bouncy sponge. But let's see how this works. And I'm just gonna use the bottom bit and then start blending. So I'm just reading the card. Actually, it says this side here is best for full coverage and blending. Bottom bit excellent for blending and blotting excess makeup. Okay. It looks pretty good. So I think I've actually used pretty much all that foundation. So I'm going to be adding a little bit more. 2 pumps again, and then I'm going to be using that side like it says. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but that sponge is quite loud. Like, it's not hard. It's firm, but it's not hard. Okay, next I'm going to be grabbing the Photo Ready stick. Now, I think this one's a little bit lighter than the foundation that I've just used. Yeah, it's a little bit lighter. So I'm just gonna use this as a concealer. Just gonna do that triangle. Just gonna use that tip. Sorry guys, I'm filming with a little bit of natural daylight and I can see that the room's gotten quite dark. So sorry about the inconsistency about the lighting. I can't control that. Anyway, I'm just gonna powder this and then we're gonna move on to contour. So I'm just gonna be grabbing this. It's just the powder brush. I'm just going to smush it up a little bit, grab that yellow powder and just press it underneath the eyes. So what I can tell with this contour powder is that it's a little bit powdery in the sense that when you do that, powder flies everywhere. Not a problem for me. I don't really mind it, but some people I know out there, that's like a little bit annoying. Okay, now let's test the contour on this baby. So the contour is this shade here. Well, at least that's a contour shade for me. Then I'm just going to grab that bronzer and just bronze over thy forehead. It's a nice color. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm kind of looking borderline Oompa Loompa at the moment, but I like this bronzer. Grabbing a fluffy brush, I'm going to contour thy nose. So far, I am impressed, guys. That contour, that bronzer, that's good. So it's also got a highlighter here. It's not very bright for my liking, but they also sent me one of their, I suppose, one of their shimmer. This is their rose gold highlighting palette. So let's see what this baby can do. Just got one of these like powder brushes and let's see how glam. Actually, let's do one swirl. Ooh, yes, honey, can you see that? Oh, it's nice. It's definitely got more of like that soft glow, but it's quite bright. You guys know me, that's not enough. So I'm going to be spritzing the brush with a little bit of setting spray. Oh, that's much, much better. So definitely a highlighter that you can use wet. So I've also got some of the Revlon Color Stay brow pencil. So it comes with a spoolie and a retractable pencil. So this one, okay, it's a bit dark for my liking. The other one they've sent me is, I think, black. Okay, so this one obviously is way too dark for me, but we'll just use it lightly to just define my brows. Oh, actually no, that color actually works. Okay, those brows are a little bit too fierce, so I'm just going to add a little bit of powder just to lighten them. So that's a little trick. If you guys have an eyebrow powder, eyebrow pencil, or any brow product that's a little bit too dark for you, just run a little bit of your normal face powder on top, and that just softens it a tiny bit. Obviously, if you want that sharp Instagram look, definitely keep it as that, but this is a little bit too much for me. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for thy face for now. I'm not going to be using any blush because I'm not a really big blush user at the moment. So I'm just going to be using a liquid eyeliner. So I think they've sent me, so they've sent me a liquid eye pen in classic and a ballpoint. So I'll go with the classic. Whoops. Oh, great. Thanks, Ken. So I just pulled that out and that just happened. Okay. Let's put this back on and let's fix that. All right, so you guys know the drill. I'm gonna be doing a winged eyeliner. Yes, today is a good eyeliner day. Yes, lashes are on. So I'm gonna be finishing off the rest of my eye makeup and then we're gonna move on to lips. Okay, so going back into the palette, I'm just going to be grabbing a pencil type brush. I'm going to be taking that dark brown first. Put it on the lower lash line like so. Going back into that highlight shade, I'm just going to take that lighter shade there on a synthetic brush and just going to pop it into the inner corner. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so now we'll move on to mascaras. So they've given me 2 mascaras. Obviously I'm wearing lashes, so I think I'm just gonna go for the Ultra Volume one. So I haven't worn a Revlon mascara in quite some time. This one, I think, I don't know, like I haven't really used the mascaras in ages. Yeah, that works pretty well. Let's go to the bottom lashes. Here, get out of the way, seriously. Okay, now let's move on to lips. So I've got a few to choose from. This is a pretty intense eye, so I'm gonna go for, I don't know. What about this matte balm? I haven't used one of these before. Oh, okay, that was quick. Oh yeah, I think that will work. Ooh, that is pigmented. Like whenever I see anyone use like these kind of like chubby stick pencil types, probably should not talk while I use this. They're not very pigmented, but this one, it's got a bit of a minty scent, and it's, girl, that pigment's pretty good. That is a lovely color. Like it's not nude, but I like it. It's pretty. I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Alright, so there you guys go. That is my drugstore makeup look using mostly Revlon cosmetics. So I'm pretty happy with how this makeup has turned out. Now I didn't really expect to do a smoky eye, but you know, here we are, we'll work with what we have. Yeah, so pretty good. So let's go run down because it is kind of like a first impressions. Okay, so since this is sort of like a first impression, so let's start off with the eyes, cheeks and lips Seductive Smokies palette. So obviously I only use the eyeshadows in this one, but so far the mattes have been pretty good. They're not super pigmented, but you know, they're buildable, they're easy to blend, and you know, they do show up on my tan skin, so I'm pretty happy with that. In terms of those shades with bits of shimmer, they're not very sparkly from what I can see. I mean, it kind of honestly looks just matte, to be honest. So I think, you know, it's one of those palettes that you'll just have to have a highlighter just to add a little bit of highlight where you want it, or bits of shimmer where you want it. Okay, now let's move on to the contour kit. So it's pretty plain and simple, decent sized mirror. I mean, as you guys saw, I pretty much used this for the whole tutorial video, and the colors obviously are generic shades, but I really like how they work. I mean, you've got a nice warm bronzer, you've got a contour that it's not very cool toned, but then again, if you've got a warmer complexion, you don't really want to go full on gray unless that's your personal preference like I do, but that works really well. I mean, as you guys can see, contoured cheekbones. The highlighter in this one, again, I don't know, like drugstore highlighters in kits, they tend to just be like a soft glow, and you know, for most people that works, but for someone like me that loves the glow life, that's not enough. But you know, for everyday makeup, this is perfect. Okay, that highlighter, so girl, I love it. It's anything that kind of looks like a shimmer brick type product, it's amazing. I mean, look at that highlight. I mean, obviously I did pack it on, I also spritz my brush, but I like products like that. You know, you have the option of going quite soft and gentle when you just apply a little bit with your brush, and then you can go full on glam when you spritz it with setting spray. Okay, moving on to the foundation now. Mind you, I didn't actually look up any promises for these products, so if you guys would like me to do a proper review on this foundation, let me know in the comment box down below. But just from my experience, age-defying sort of like products tend to always have a little bit more coverage, and they tend to be a little bit thicker. So this one, obviously color match is, well, it's a bit dark, but I don't really mind. I love going for darker foundations anyway. This is, I would probably say, a light medium, buildable to a medium coverage. And you guys know my personal preference is a medium full to full coverage. But otherwise, it's a decent foundation. I don't really have anything negative to say about it. Again, it's just, I've just literally applied it. Okay, moving on to the blending sponge. So when I did wet this, it did expand a little bit, not by much. And when you know, squeeze it, it doesn't feel as soft and bouncy as, let's say, a beauty blender or a Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, but it's definitely not like you're hitting yourself with a rock. So I do appreciate that. I do like how it's shaped. does come in handy. Obviously, first time using it, so there's a bit of a learning curve, so I'm interested to see how well I'm going to be able to use this after using it a few more times. So far, so good. I'll let you guys know how well or how easy it is to clean this sponge. The Photo Ready Stick. Coverage on this one looked like it was medium. I mean, obviously I had foundation already and then I just use it as concealer, but it was pretty medium coverage, so I have to test it out to let you guys know what I think more about it. But otherwise, is it creasing underneath the eyes? No, so pretty good. Okay, moving on to the liquid eyeliner. So my wings are pretty good. I do like it. It was pretty easy to use. It's not the thinnest tip in the world, but it definitely works. You can definitely get a nice thin line if you just, you know, angle your brush properly. But yeah, so far so good. Okay, moving on to the mascara. Again, this is the volumizing one. I'm wearing false lashes, I can't really tell you guys what I think about it, but so far application's been good. It works on the bottom lashes as well, and it's pretty black, so that's pretty much all I have to say. Oh my god, the matte balm. I have seen so many of my friends talk about this, and I've been, you know, contemplating getting it every now and then, but I've never really gone ahead. So I'm really, really happy that they sent this to me, and I'm pretty happy with the color. I mean, guys, this is a nice color. Again, this one is in, I don't think I said it, this one is in number 225 Sultry Sulfur. Yeah. There it is. Okay, so the Color Stay Brow Pencil. I use the shade in dark brown. Obviously, it's a little bit too dark. But in terms of use, pretty easy. Formula, not very creamy, but not too stiff either. So you can definitely get precision where you want to apply that product. The spoolie on this thing is actually really, really good. Oh, brow hair. It's really, really good. It's quite stiff, so you can definitely just brush it and, you know, you don't have to worry that you're going to bend the brush. Okay, I think that's pretty much all the products that I use from Revlon today. But yeah, I'm pretty happy so far with all the products that I've tried out today. Let me know in the comment box down below if you guys would like me to review anything specifically. I've got a few things that I already have in mind that I want to try out, or try out more to do a review. So the foundation, the mascara, the highlighter, the contour kit, and the 3-in-1 kit. Alright, so there you guys go. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to check out these other videos on the screen if you guys haven't watched them already. And don't forget to check out the description box down below for all the products that I've used and also my social media links. Again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!